Hello, App Nation. It's National Signing Day. We're so excited to come to you here from Boone and unveil the 18 newcomers, all high school prospects joining the Mountaineers in 2024. I'm Matt Present. As we dive into National Signing Day, we start by recapping a great season that was in 2023, culminating with a victory in the Cure Bowl last weekend, a rain-soaked win down in Orlando over the MAC champion Miami Redhawks. And it wasn't just the bowl win, it was the way this team finished up the season. 5 consecutive wins to end the regular season, including a ranked victory against JMU, the 3rd season in a row this App State team has picked up a ranked win. Shawn Clark talks about just keeping on digging. That team did this down the stretch. And as we flip the calendar towards 2024, the head coach talks about what goes in to assembling a signing class.
I'm very excited the way we finished our season to win 6 out of the last 7 and to win a Sun Belt East championship and then go play for a conference championship. And then you turn around, so 10 days later you're playing in the Cure Bowl in Orlando, Florida, and be able to end the season the right way with the championship and give our guys rings for this past year for all the hard work. I think it just goes off and shows the dedication, the resilience we have of our program, the players we recruit. So that win in Orlando will give us a chance to really give us a jump start on the 2024 season. Recruiting is never ending. It's a lifelong in your program, and this process started back a year and a half ago. And we're able to get in their homes, we're able to get them on an official visit for the first time ever in Boone in the summertime. So to get around the parents, because we're recruiting the parents also, we want to make sure we have the right kind of kid that wants to come in and get a world-class degree and play for championships. And we've made a concerted effort to really recruit high school players and to make sure we're building our program. We're a developmental program that gets players in to not as your freshmen get better year in and year out, but the recruiting has changed. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and now you include the portal in there. So there's 2 portal windows that will continue to go right now in December and then another one in May. But if you look back at the history of our program, we are going to make a concerted effort to recruit the high school players, develop them as players, and also young men who want to get a world-class degree. What we want to do is to recruit from our home base out, and that starts right here in the state of North Carolina, then work our way out. And with our conference the way it's aligned right now, the Sun Belt Conference is regional universities, and that way our players' parents can travel to games week in and week out. If you look at the East, there are 4.5, 5-hour radius from Boone, North Carolina. So we'll keep the radius. Now, with the portal the way it is, if we have to go out and get someone outside of our footprint, we'll do that. But everything starts right here in North Carolina and works its way out. As we go recruiting, the first thing we do is what kind of kid are they, and do they fit our locker room? I think that's important now because of the way the transfer world is. We don't want to bring guys in that will ruin our locker room. So as far as that goes, work for guys who are smart, tough, love football, and more important, love App State. I think that's important to get parents on campus to show what we have to offer. And again, this is a world-class experience we have here at App State. And we'll continue to grow in all aspects of our program. But really the right kind of kids want to come into a world-class degree and play for championships year in and year out. Just wrap up this class. We're very excited for the kids we have that are committed to us, that signed today. I think we have an outstanding class that with high character, and that's very important. But I know with the kids we have right now and the kids we're adding today that the future of App State is bright. We're very excited for it, and we'll get ready to start the 2024 season January 1st.
Scott Sloan returned to Boone in 2023 to coordinate this Mountaineer defense, and he was also tasked with the safety position, where his star package really transformed this group in 2023, and he adds a trio of safeties to that room for the 2024 campaign.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm really excited about this safety class coming in, signing these 3 guys. All happen to be from the state of Georgia. Caleb Neal from Brookwood, Trey Linhart at North Oconee, and then also Kai Fernandez at Denmark. Was able to see all these guys practice back in the spring, and then was also able to watch them either practice or play live in person this fall. So anytime you get 2 live evals on guys, it really makes you feel good about the guys that you're bringing into the program. Caleb is a guy that I had a chance to see this spring. Really liked his film, but wanted to see him practice live before making a final decision. And the thing that I see Caleb being able to do is his cover skills really kind of jumped out. And really when you break down the difference between a strong safety and a free safety, and then even that star position, coverage skills are going to be a premium. And watching him practice live and then watching him be able to communicate and run the defense And then again, circling back and seeing him again this fall was something that really jumped out. You know, when Caleb and I talked, I could tell that he had really good football IQ, which is something that I personally put a premium on because at the end of the day, those safeties that are out there, they're extension to me when it comes to running the defense. And, you know, I can only do so much throughout the week, and then when it comes to game day, essentially they are in charge. They get keys to the car, and that was something that I felt really good about Caleb, just as we talked more and more football, understanding how much football IQ he did have. Trey's a guy that I really liked on film. Really watching his junior film, he was playing safety, he was playing linebacker, even playing corner and wide receiver. So could really see his ball skills at both wide receiver position. Could see his footwork at corner, just being able to cover guys out on the island, which is always a premium. And then just watching his physicality as a safety, coming down in the box, making open field tackles. And then got a chance to go watch him play live back during the fall, and they lined him up at multiple positions all in that one game. And so those are things that really jump out to me about Trey. He's got huge value in multiple spots now that we've kind of grown into this star position, which is really a third safety on the field. And I think Trey can give us value at any of the three safety spots, the strong and the free, and then also that star. You know, Kai's a guy that went by the school, didn't get to see him practice the first time, and then, you know, as you're out on the road during spring recruiting, you run into buddies that are coaching at different places, and I kept running into 2 or 3 different guys that I'm close with that Kai kind of came up as conversation with all of us. You know, all of us were secondary coaches, and they're coaching elsewhere at different places, but we would always talk about Kai, and so then I circled back a week later and was able to watch him practice in person, and just watching how hard he practiced and being a communicator on the field. They were doing a pre-practice walkthrough with motions and adjustments, and he was doing a lot of communicating, really commanding the defense, almost like a quarterback does on offense. And so that was something that stood out to me, and then was able to go back and watch him play live in person. And you know, they utilized him at what we call the star position, so he's played in that spot before and got significant snaps. But then you also even see on his film playing corner and safety. You know, he's a taller body type, got a really good frame that I think can add good weight. So whether he's a safety that drops down into the box like the free safety does a lot of times, or out there at the star position, I think he's got a lot of value with position flexibility.
A former Mountaineer player, A.J. Howard, has taken over the reins as the Mountaineers' outside linebackers coach. He was recently named one of the top 35 coaches in the nation under the age of 35. He introduces us to his newcomer for the 2024 signing class.
Super excited to have Anthony Rozier coming in from Orlando, Florida, over at Wekiva High School. Just a great kid, super smart, has a great family. Mom, dad, sister have all been on campus. It's been great building a relationship and having them guys around. Just as a player, he's just super smart, fast, instinctive player that's going to help us in so many ways, and hopefully sooner than later once he gets here. So the position projected for Anthony Rozier is probably dog. He's a strong player, fast off the ball, good hands, can make plays in the backfield, and that's what we really need. There's another guy coming here and make sacks, and that's what Rozier is. Excited to have him.
Ethan Johnson and Tyreek Funderburg were both really stout at the cornerback position in 2023, combining for 5 interceptions and 19 pass breakups. Rod West, though, has added to that group. He's brought in a pair of newcomers in the 2024 class at the cornerback position.
We're looking forward to bringing in 2 additions to the room. Ty Sanders from Marion, South Carolina, Nick Taylor from Gainesville High School in Georgia. Ty Sanders will be a guy that we're very excited about. Saw him at some camps over the summer. Very good 40 time. I think he ran a 4.4. Extremely long arms, high IQ football player. I think he can come in and have an immediate role at cornerback. Also in some of the sub package, being able to play the dime or nickel position. Nick Taylor, can't say enough about him. He came up early over the spring, I think for a junior day. We saw him move around to some camps. He's actually a former boxer too, so glad we were able to get him out of the ring and on the field. I think he's going to bring tremendous value, just scheme versatility, played safety this year, played safety in the past, also played some cornerback. So I think he could be a guy that plays strong safety, free safety, cornerback, and eventually even play some nickel or dime position as well. I think they're both phenomenal people. You always have to be careful when you have a championship culture like we have here. Make sure you're bringing in the right pieces to fit the puzzle pieces they already have here. I think both of those guys, it would be a very seamless transition. Both great young men, even more better people than players. Phenomenal families with both of them, and like I said, we can't say enough and excited to get them here.
On the defensive side of the ball, the Mountaineers were strong up front. 35 sacks in 2023, and Vic Cabral has added to that group. 3 newcomers along the defensive line.
We are so excited about the 3 additions to the yard with Nigel Cooper, Kendall Farmer, a.k.a. Bucci, and Jackson Bussey. 3 impact players that are really excited to be Appalachian State Mountaineers. Just so excited about getting them up here on campus permanently and see what we can do with them. Nigel's from Camden County, down in South Georgia, about 6'3", 225 pounds. Very athletic, but he's a dynamic kid, a great basketball player, really an emotional leader on that football team down there who made a really long run into the state championships, playoffs down there in Georgia. So really excited about him. He's going to be a difference maker that can play defensive end, and is going to be a great addition to this strong defense line already. Really excited about Bucci. He's one of the guys that I've known for a long time, along with Nigel and Jackson. Bucci actually plays for one of my former college teammates down, Rico Zachary down Westlake. And you know, of all the kids that they've got, because they've got a bunch of guys that are signing out Division I college football, he jumped on the table for Bucci and said some great things about him that I knew what we were going to get. Not only a great player on the field, but just an awesome leader for the locker room. Someone that you'd have no hesitation taking in a foxhole with you. So really excited about Bucci joining the cast of characters here at the yard, and can't wait to see what he's going to be able to do in the black and gold. Jackson Bussey is an incredible young man, comes from an outstanding family, which I thought was really important to understand that we've got really good players and we're able to recruit some really good players, but the locker room and the culture of Appalachian State has got to be the #1 thing. And Jackson encompasses all of that. He's an outstanding player, plays for one of the Blue Bloods in the state of Georgia at Norcross High School, where they're used to winning. And Jackson's going to serve as a awesome defensive end for the years to come, and just really excited, like I've said with all the other guys, about what he's going to be able to do in the black and gold. He's been an outstanding young man to get to know, and he's a fighter, and I can't wait to see what he's able to do for us.
Offensive coordinator Frank Ponce returned to lead the Mountaineers offense in 2023, his 3rd stint here in Boone, and part of that role was as quarterbacks coach, where he worked alongside Joey Aguilar, who was the 2023 Sun Belt Newcomer of the Year this season, setting a program record with 33 touchdown passes. And while Joey's set to return in 2024, Frank Ponce knows that adding another quarterback to that room is important as he continues to build depth and strength at the position.
Definitely excited about Matt, bringing him here on with our ball club. He brings a special talent, very athletic young man. You see him when he came to camp, shows a strong arm, very accurate, throwing the football. You watch him in the games, he does a lot for his team, he creates a lot of plays, he extends plays and makes a lot of touchdown plays. He made an all-conference and also made the MVP of the Shrine Bowl. So we're very excited about the new talent that's coming in here, especially his character. Great young man, great to talk to, has great charisma, and we're excited to have him on our ball club. I think he's going to be a great fit in our quarterback room. Like I said, he brings a lot of different dimensions to the quarterback room. He's an athletic quarterback. He has a very strong arm, as good as any of the guys we have. And again, he's a great character kid. I think he's going to fit in real well as far as personality with the rest of our guys. They've already met him. They really enjoy being around him, and he really enjoys being around our guys for the times he's been here. So we're excited about him and can't wait for him to get on campus.
The tight end position was also really impactful for the Mountaineers in 2023. That group combined for over 50 receptions and 8 touchdowns, not even to mention what they did in the blocking portion of their assignments. Justin Watts talks about the addition to that room in 2024.
Yeah, extremely excited to have Jack Kelly join our tight end room. He's a young man that throughout the recruiting process got to know him and his family for a long time, made multiple visits up to the Rock, came for a junior day this past year and then was actually able to come up for 2 games this fall and meet with us, with our staff, visit with Coach Clark, and really get to know him as a person, as a player. Excited about the skill set that he brings. He's a guy that played at North Oconee High School. They've made deep runs in the playoffs the last couple of years, and he's been a key part of that. He'll come in and I think he'll be able to fit in our H spot here. Reminds me a lot of Henry Pearson, same body type and physicality. So he plays both ways, extremely physical, a smart guy, understands football, has been coached well at his high school, and understands what we're going to expect of him. And then he's also athletic. He's going to be able to do a lot of the same things, catching the ball out of the backfield, that we ask our guys to do, and we're thrilled to get him here this spring. Adding Jack to our room is going to be a good fit. He does a lot of the things that we ask our guys. The tight ends here at App State are unique in what we ask them to do in the run game and in the pass game. So we're trying to teach what the offensive line do half the time, and then what the receivers are doing half the time. And he demonstrates that on film. So the blocking of defensive ends, linebackers, and safeties, and then also being able to get him matched up on some of the outside backers and safeties, we think he'll be able to excel at.
When you think about depth on this Mountaineer team in 2023, the wide receiver room certainly stands out. 6 different guys eclipsing 300 yards, highlighted by a career season from Caden Robinson on the outside. But Lawrence Dawsey talks about how continuing to build that depth is important. He's got 3 new guys joining his group in 2024.
We got 3 young guys coming in at the wide receiver position. Jose Leon from Columbus, Miami. Bryce G from Beachside out of Jacksonville, Florida. And then Frank Barrett Jr. from Wake Forest High School. Really 3 good guys that I think will really help the program and help us win a lot of games. Jose Leon, 5'10", 170, slot receiver. Great route runner, great ball skills, energetic, just exciting guy to watch play football. He's going to bring a lot to the table, and he's going to be able to help us right away once he get here. Bryce G, 6'2", 185, great ball skills, former basketball player as well. Got great size, got good speed. He's going to be a deep threat for us, and also going to be able to contribute on special teams and help us in the special team game as well. Frank Barrett Jr., 6'4", 185, came to camp this summer. Big guy that can run real fast, ran a 4.4. He had this season he had 1,400 yards, all-purpose yards. Great kid, great family, and looking forward to working with him as well. The good thing about these 3 guys, they are good kids, good students. They'll fit well into the App State culture of coming in, being complete football players. Guys that not just want to catch football, but want to win games, and they're going to have to be able to play special teams and contribute. I always tell the receiver room we want to do more than just catch a football. We want to be known as football players, guys that go out and tackle in the special team games and then also return kicks. So whatever we can do to help the team be successful.
In the trenches, the Mountaineers are led by the group termed the Bulls, the big men up front who were really exceptional in 2023, highlighted by first-team all-conference selections Isaiah Helms and Bucky Williams. Offensive line coach Mike Cummings has really added some depth to that group in 2024 as he's got 4 newcomers along the offensive line, the future Bulls he talks about with us.
I'd like to talk about the 4 guys that we have coming in from the high school sides this year and how they're going to impact our program. The first guy I'm going to talk about is JT Sowell. All right, he's from Gray Collegiate, and JT's an interior player. We kind of slot him to be a center. He's very quick, tough guy. He has tremendous work ethic. and he's got a great family. We see him being a great a great student here. He's good at academics, and we think he's going to really match the culture of what we have on the offensive line in terms of toughness and quickness and wanting to finish people. Kind of an emerging talent. We had him in camp, and we're very impressed with his quickness, toughness, and he really wants to be a Mountaineer. The second guy I'm going to talk about is Felix Duga. So I'd like all the fans to know that's Duga, not Doge. Okay, and he's actually German. I mean, this guy came to the United States at 15 years old to go to a boarding school. His parents had him sent over to go to a boarding school to play American football, and he went to Raven Gap High School in Georgia. We were able to have him on a visit with his parents. They came from Germany as well. But Felix is a guy that can really play. He could probably play tackle for us some, but we kind of slated him as a guard. I don't know that he's a center. I didn't really see that piece of him, but we'll teach him how to snap. I had a good relationship with him because he feels he's best at a place that will make him work, that will make him tougher, and he's really good in academics as well. Next two guys are really bigger guys that we see that are going to play tackle for sure. And one is Dylan Barbary, and Dylan's from Airport High School. And Dylan's a big guy. He's about 6'6", 300 pounds. He's a player that we brought on his junior day, and we actually told him that he needed to do several things to be a better player for us to recruit him, and he did that. He runs very well. He's very violent in terms of what he does, but he's got a great family. Academics are very important to him, and he's going to fit our culture as well. He's one of the bulls, as we like to say, and really a tough guy, and will add a lot to the value. His value, all right, he's going to add to the team with toughness and athleticism. And then the last one is Gabe Funk, and he's from Xenia, Ohio, and another 6'6", 300-pound guy that we slated as a tackle. Very physical player, very violent. Does a great job in the run game and punishes players in the pass game. Both his parents are actually preachers, okay? They're ministers. And so he's used to hard work. He's a real tough guy, but he's really interested in academics. You see him, he's kind of a soft-spoken guy, but when it's time to play football, very tough, okay? Loves the physical part of the game. Really fell in love with App when he came here, and he had been to a lot of schools for unofficial visits. He came here and shut down his recruiting just based on what App's all about and the people here and the program.
Well, that will just about do it for our signing day special here, introducing you to the class of 2024 with 18 freshmen joining the Mountaineers come the fall. And App State is not done yet in terms of their upcoming class. The transfer portal additions will be announced as well over the coming weeks and months, so certainly continuing to bolster this roster and head into a very exciting 2024 campaign here at The Rock. Thanks so much to head coach Shawn Clark and all the assistants who joined us here today to help us help you learn a little more about this 2024 signing class. I'm Matt Present saying so long now from Boone. Happy holidays, App Nation.